Hey guys, I just wanted to show you real quick how to do some basic graphing on Desmos. So some of the discussion forums, I ask you to do some graphing, and I wanted to show you Desmos.com. Really cool graphing website. I would highly recommend come here, create an account, totally free account. You can use your Google Gmail account to log in, or create a brand new account if you want. Graphing is pretty easy. They also have some tutorials here, I believe. The tutorials are here. You can watch some basic videos, use some of their tours, get a basic idea on how to do things. I just wanted to show you that over here in the graphing screen, I could type like y equals on my calculator, type an equation x squared minus 2x, let's say, plus 3, and there's my graph. All right. Also, I can add different types of expressions, a table. I can import an image. I won't go into the great details here. I'll let you watch some of the tours to get some more details. But really simple to do some basic graphing. And what I like about Desmos is it gives you a nice graph here of the equation. I can click and hold and drag and adjust my viewing window as I see necessary. Or I can come up here and I can actually change the window myself. Can change the x min to be -10, x max to be 10, so on and so forth. All right. So it'll actually adjust the window by those settings, or I can drag and move the window around. I can zoom in and out of the graph here as well. Okay. Another cool thing I really like about Desmos is I can cover over the graph and usually click, like, suppose I want to find the vertex or the minimum of this graph. So it will highlight that graph when I click on it and say, I think you're interested in this point. And I can click it and it'll highlight it for me, or unclick it, right? And then here's a y-intercept that it thinks I might be interested in, so I can click and take a look at that as well. I can graph multiple equations. So let's say I have -x squared, and I'm using the caret key above the number 6 on my keyboard, or I can come down here and use the exponent key, all right? So I could raise it to the 2 power. Let me say plus 4x minus 5. Let me see what this graph looks like. No, I want it to be a little higher. There we go. Let's graph that one. All right. So what I wanted to show you here as well is on this graph, right? If I come and click on this graph, it's going to think the x-intercepts might be of interest to me, so I can click and highlight those if I want. And even these x-intercepts of these graphs, it thinks might be of interest to me, and it highlights those, so I could click those as well. Here's the vertex of the graph in blue, right? So it again is guessing this might be a point of interest to me, and here's a maximum y value on this graph. So I could highlight all these points separately or independently at the same time. Pretty nice. So pretty easy to graph. Just type an equation and it'll graph these equations for me. Notice how I can choose to highlight, or excuse me, to graph or ungraph a particular equation, and I can change the color of the graph, so on and so forth. I can edit the list here and change some different aspects. Here's where I can change the color. I'll make that one orange. So anyway, just wanted to show you some simple basics about graphing, and then when I'm ready to share this to the discussion board, I can go right here, click the share graph, and then I could just copy and paste this URL, Control C, and then come to the discussion board and paste it right into my discussion thread. And then any student, or even me as the instructor, can click that link and view this graph that you have created. With a student account that you've created where you're logged into your account, you can also save graphs and come back to them later. All right, so a quick little tutorial about Desmos. I look forward to seeing some of your graphs on the discussion board.